YouTube? Welcome to Raise Hell, Praise Dale. What is this, Kansas edition? I am Voodoo. That is
Dallas.
that way. And voices in his head is behind him back there.
Yeah, she's doing something. I have no idea what she's doing. Oh, she's putting up food. Oh, I honestly don't know.
Enough for the whole class? Nah.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Have enough for the whole class. If you want to come drive the 10 hours to come get it, go be you're more than welcome.
I'm sure I could drop that 10 hours to 9 if I really wanted to.
I'm sure I could too.
I did bring enough for the whole class.
I'm about to say, like, which one do I get? The one on the right there? Because that's a long drive just to the right.
That's my lunch. That's my lunch. I did bring enough for the class.
Drive 10 hours just to get 3 bites of food? Come on.
Yep.
I got a half a pan.
All right. Well,
Good.
enough about food. I just ate
brought enough to
food
share,
and 2 servings of ice cream because one of my kids didn't need to finish it.
Heck yeah.
But anyways, we got not so much new news this week, but we do got some races to go over and some races to look forward to and a little bit of NASCAR updates. So, with that being said, we gonna
roll
go
that
the
intro,
new way.
Brother.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So small victories. Can't see it behind the scenes, but now instead of me having to like go individually click all the stuff that's going on, I finally have sat down and set up hotkeys to get all this stuff done. So
One step closer to what's it called again? No.
I don't know. What are you trying to say over there?
The buttons, the special buttons.
Hotkeys?
No. Stream pad is what keeps coming to my head, but I don't know.
Oh, Stream Deck. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh man. Give me one of those nights, y'all.
I'm sorry.
Welcome.
Welcome.
For those that are new, we are
Terrible
a
at our job.
weirdo duo that talks about NASCAR news. Mostly the Cup Series, but we do talk a little bit about other series as well. Even so much down to ARCA, which is not technically NASCAR sanctioned, but
it's a
might as well
NASCAR
be.
feeder system. Yeah. And speaking of ARCA, are you ready to jump into our post-race breakdown?
Why, yes. So awesome.
You're really proud of those hotkeys, aren't you?
I'm excited. I'm more than proud. I'm excited.
Just think about how cool it's going to be when you get a Stream Deck.
I know, right? I'll just have it over here, like.
Or you can get like the. Have you seen the Hell Divers one where it's like right here, where you can strap it to your wrist? Yeah. Some old school the Nintendo glove. You know what I'm out there.
Yeah.
But,
AB,
anyway.
up, down, left, right. Putting the cheat code.
Up, down, left, right. Start or select start, something like that.
Yeah.
Down, down, up, down.
So, anyways, post-race breakdown. I don't believe we had any penalties from Bristol, so we don't have to worry about that. Or
the only penalty that happened at Bristol is Bristol Motor Speedway itself, because if you guys didn't know, a hurricane hit it.
Oh yeah, now it's just what, Istel?
Yeah, it's just Istel Speedway. But on a cool note, they are opening the speedway up for refugees. So if you need a place, they have the speedway open.
I know Charlotte was doing the same thing, but I don't know how well Charlotte made out either.
I don't know. They all got hit pretty hard. I've seen some videos of the roads and stuff around that area, and it's nuts.
Yeah.
We didn't get anything. We didn't even get a free like any fog, drizzle, nothing. We got nothing.
We didn't get anything from this one, but the last one we got a little bit from.
Last one, it rained for about 3 seconds. We got all the clouds. That was about it.
Gotcha. Now, moving forward to our Kansas eventos. I look, there's Broke Child number 32. I mean, 1. Bye-bye. Put some pants on, it's gonna be on screen, chick. Anywho's. Jump to our Kansas events. Starting with Arca and the Reese's 150. Pretty sure there was some Reese's Pieces in that ice cream I just ate.
It's not Reese's, sir. It's Reese's.
Reese's Pieces.
It's not Reese's Pieces. It's Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pisces? What?
Reese's Pieces.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, next thing you know, we're going to fight about the way you're supposed to say soda.
It's pop. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want a Coke? What kind of Coke?
I said soda. I didn't say Coke.
You're around that area. It's close enough.
I'm raised sure in that area.
That's what I was about to say. I'm sure you've heard it at least a couple times.
Anywho, we got to... Just kidding. For Kansas Arca race, we did get Miss Isabella Robusto in the number 55 to get the pole position.
Yes, sir. And unfortunately, halfway through the race, her car gave out. So she is not in this top 10.
No, but we do got some interesting names in there.
We do. Go for the first 5.
So, your winner chicken dinner goes to the 18 of Tanner Gray. And then not so far behind, Mr. I Almost Win at Everything and the number 28, Connor Zilich.
AKA new Kyle Larson.
Right. Needs a couple years to get up to that cup ride, I guess. Then rounding out your top 5, you got the number 6 of LeVar Scott, which we say his name a lot. Your future truck driver, or is he no, trucks, yeah. Corey Day and the 82, and then the number 20 of Giovanni Ruggiero, rounding out your top 5.
Yes, sir. And then coming behind him in 6th position, you got Amber. Oh no, Wallison.
You told me to take the first 5, so
I don't know. Oh, I screwed myself up. Oh my gosh, I should have taken. Because behind Amber, you have Andy Jankowak. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names. I really don't know how to say them.
You want us to say them right? Just dial into the show and let us know.
Right. And then you got Lawless Allen in 8th. 9th, you got Isaac Johnson. And rounding out of our top 10, you got Jason Kidsmiller. So those are your ARCA drivers, your top 10 for this week.
They only got one more race before their season's over with.
Yes, sir.
But hopefully, our number 1 driver there, Miss Tony Bradinger, finish in the top 10. The final race.
I don't even know where she's standing at right now.
I don't think she ran full time, so.
I got you.
Plus, she had that burn on her foot that kind of messed her up a little bit too.
Yeah.
Jumping forward to the Kubota Tractor 200, which is your truck race at Kansas. The nice little crisp purse of $670,619.
It'd buy me a good house. And then of course you got Ty Majeski taking the pole, and Connor Mosick in 2nd, right behind him. Had no one to fail to qualify this time. And then we had time to the rear for unapproved adjustments, and you're about to hear his name a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Stage 1 went the 98 of Ty Majeski, and that name you said you hear a little bit of. Stage 2, Mr. Corey Heim and the 11 take that stage.
Yes, sir. Not only will they take the stage, but Corey Hunt took the race. Starting in first, you had Corey Heim. Second, Lane Riggs. Third, Christian Edkis, or Ekis, however you say his name. Fourth is Caden Honeycutt, and 5 is Dawson Sutton.
Indeed. And then Mr. Tanner Gray, you were winner of the ARCA race, finished in 6th. And then HendrickCars.com himself, Mr. Roger Caruth in 7th. And then 8th is Bailey Curry in the 41. Grant Enfinger, which we got a little bit of a thing to look out for him here a little bit later on the episode. And the number 9 finishing in the 9th. And then Connor Mozak and the 7 finishing in 10th.
Sure. So far, no trucks to Tech or R&D. Moving on to the Kansas Lottery 300, which is your Xfinity there at Kansas as well. The purse is a little bit bigger at 1,777,248 smackaroons. That's a man.
Yep. And then your poll there is the number 9 of Brandon Jones. Starting on the front row with him would be the 9 times 9 equals 81 of Chandler Smith.
Yes, sir. None of them failed to qualify, and there was quite a few to the rear.
Yeah.
You want to take those?
So unapproved adjustments, you had the 15 of Logan Bearden, the 27 of Jeb Burton, the 38 of Matt DiBurrito, number 45 of Brad Perez, and the number 92 of Dawson Cram. You didn't get the DiBurrito reference, you would have to be on Reddit.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna time out. Since we have a few drivers that we put their names to food, I just want to do a quick shout out. Which we'll probably talk about it a little bit more later in the episode as well. But we have some new merch out, and I am looking forward to my package coming in. I'll leave it at that until later on in the show. But I'm looking forward to it because I don't know. Did you have a graphic pulled up for that?
I don't.
Or not? Okay, it's fine. We don't have to. I was just thinking about it. I was like, man, we could show that as a graphic. But anyway, we'll keep going.
Yeah. Those were the unapproved adjustments, and then you had an engine change with the number 42 of Leland Honeyman.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people took back for that race.
Yeah, quite a few. But stage 1 was taken by Eric Amarola in that Joe Gibbs machine number 20. Stage 2 was Sam Mayer in the number 1. And of course, your top 5 are Eric Amarola in that 20, Cole Custer in the 00, Chandler Smith in the 81, Connor Zilich in the 88, and Sheldon Creed breaking his second curse, but not in the good way, setting in 5th.
Yep. You heard this name already once for the poll, but he finished in 6th. The number 9 of Brandon Jones. You got the 21 of Austin Hill in 7th, and Mr. SVG in the 97 in 8th. Then rounding out your top 10 would be the 2 of Jesse Love in 9th, and the 98 of Riley Erbst in 10th. No news about anybody for tech or research and development, so probably good to go there.
Yep.
And your cup race, the Hollywood Casino 400. The purse is just a smidge higher at $9,222,964 that I would love to have in my bank account right about now.
Only a 900% increase.
Right.
So, still salty.
Yeah.
Yeah, still salty. Pole is Christopher Bell in the number 20. And second behind him was Ty Gibbs in the 54. And Chase Elliott ended up having to go to the rear for an engine change. Willie B. Byron had to, took stage 1. And Alex Bowman took stage 2.
whole lot of Hendrick
And
cars going on there.
yeah, I was about to say you'd think I'm going to say another Hendrick car, but I'm not. So I'll let you take the top 5.
You're still gonna say one. 2 actually. So you're taking the bottom half
Yeah.
of the top 10. Anyways, Mr. Ross Chastain decided to disturb the force of playoff drivers winning their way into the next round. He took the checkered flag and then smashed that watermelon on the pavement. And then you had a Hendrick car following up. Yep. Then you had a Hendrick car following up, and Mr. Willie B, the 24, coming in second. Mr. Retiree, soon to be at least, Martin Truex Jr. coming in third. Ryan Blaney and the 12 coming in fourth, and then rounding out your top 5 would be the 54 of Ty Gibbs. That DraftKings score.
Yeah. Bringing back up a Hendrick driver in 6th position in the 48, you got Alex Bowman. Mr. Letdown himself, Christopher Bell in the number 20, coming 7th. Cucumber Cowboy, Denny Hamlin, for those of you new to the show, is
check out our merch.
Yeah. Check out our merch. Anyway, something that just scratches the itch in my brain. The number 9 took 9th position. That's Chase Elliott.
That's 2 races this weekend that the number 9 took 9th.
That is the second week in a row.
No. I'm saying like this weekend. Because on your trucks, right. Mr. Grant Enfinger in the 9th. Took 9th.
But didn't last week at Bristol, didn't he get 9th too? I swear. I could be wrong. But
I'm not that much of a follower of Chase Elliott. Sorry.
Neither am I. Anyway, Zane Smith is 10th in the 71.
Yeah. No tech issues, but you did have 2 cars go to research and development. The 21 of Harrison Burton and the 42 of Mr. Jan Hunter Nemechek.
Yes, sir.
Quite a few notable entries on this race. 2 of them really is just because they swapped numbers this week.
I'll take the first half if you want to take the second.
Sure.
Got old Justin Haley in the number 7. He started 23rd, went backwards 10 positions, and finished in 33rd. Kaz Gralla, Mr. Part-Time himself, started 34th and finished 31st in the number 15. Ty Dillon started in the 16 machine, started 32nd, and went up 1 space and finished 31st.
Half of them already? Yeah, I guess it is.
Yep.
The number 44 of J.J. Yaley started in 36, but abruptly finished in 37th due to an electrical issue on lap 118. Then Mr. Corey LaJoy, not in the number 7, but now in the number 51, started in 27th and actually moved forward to get himself a top 15.
Good.
Got 15th place.
If only the next driver could have done that.
Yeah, and then, of course, this next driver could have done a whole lot better, but, it is what it is. Jimmy Johnson in the 84, started in 35th, went backwards 1 spot into 36th.
Can I just take a moment and just kind of talk about what all the fans are talking about? How hard it is right now to like Legacy.
Right, I don't think it's tough.
I don't think it's their fault. I think they're doing everything that they can think of. It's just it seems like we take 1 step forward and 4 steps back.
Well, not only is it new for being Toyota.
Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you. But it also seems like they're hitting a big old string of bad luck right now, piled on top of being new to Toyota.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to get that out of your system. You only get 1 more bless you. That's it.
Yeah, the rest of them. I'm greedy tonight. But yeah, hopefully next season will be a whole lot better.
I hope so. It's just this season, like it started out pretty strong. They were in the top 15, top 20, and then it just feels like they had the rug just jerked out from underneath them. I mean, and this is coming from someone that really wants Legacy to succeed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a Hendrick fan. I'm not really a Joe Gibbs fan. I'm not really. I mean, the only one that I really like, I like 2 drivers from Joe Gibbs.
I like half of the competition there.
Yeah, you like them too. Don't even lie.
One of them,
Martin Truex.
Yeah, it's just one.
And then I chose Bell because he's from my state. And he's like the only Oklahoman that's running NASCAR.
Well, I'm not going for the dude from Mississippi. Sorry.
I don't blame you either. But I'm just saying, like, you know, especially when like I'm old enough to remember Johnson dominating like everything, and then see him leave for like 2 years or a few years. It was more than two. Is what he? Oh no. When did he retire? 2020, wasn't it?
Yep.
And then he come back last year.
Yep. He was gone for 2 years.
But it seems like in 2 years he just lost it. I don't know.
I'm allergic to your bull crap.
I guess. But I don't know. It sucks watching, you know, Legacy, because there is a lot of talent. I mean, you put John Hunter in a Joe Gibbs car and he wins every Xfinity race. You know what I mean? And I think Eric Jones, there's a lot of talent there just as well. I don't know. It makes it hard to really get behind them. And I know they're sitting here sweating bullets because, I mean, they're a new team and I get it. You know what I mean? They're working with a newer car, and to them anyway. I don't know. I wish they had just like one race this year that we could look back and be like, oh yeah, they did, you know, they won one race.
Well,
Or even yeah.
Didn't Eric Jones win one last year?
No, he won Darlington 2 years ago.
22. Okay. Well, 2025 is going to be Legacy Motor Club's year. I'm calling it now. Flip
I'm
it.
starting to feel like a Dallas fan, okay? It's going to be our year. This is our year. Yeah. But on a serious note, like I don't know. Legacy is it has a special place in my heart. You know what I mean? Just because it's Johnson's team, and I really like John Hunter. You know, he was my rookie this year. The one that I really liked, you know, liked. But,
although technically wasn't a rookie, but yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I meant. He technically wasn't a rookie because he raced like 2 races last season. Because of all that stuff with what's their name? Oh, Gregson. I don't know, it just sucks. You know what I mean? Sitting there. It's like watching your football team go like 0-83.
Like watching your football team lose to their dumb rivals.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's all season.
Anyway, moving forward to our rookies.
Man. Oh, Josh Berry got the the shaft on lap 1 and finished dead last after starting 29th.
Yeah, I put his starting position on there just because I didn't want to see the shame of last place.
Right.
He had an accident on lap 1 that NASCAR decided, hey, you can get yourself back to pit road, you parked.
You're kind of shady, but okay.
Yeah. Maybe these are old graphics. They're nowhere near right. Hold on. Let me fix those real quick.
Yeah, I think those are for Bristol.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Anyway, well, he's working on that.
Just give me 2 seconds. I will have him up.
Yeah, Kaz Gralla started 34th and finished 31st, so he went forward 3 positions.
There we go.
Yeah, you can take the other 2 if you want to.
Got all excited about having like my buttons to where I don't have to manually do stuff, and then I don't put the right graphic up. Anywho, your lone well-raced rookie this week with the 71 is Lane Smith. Started in 15th and finished in 10th. Nice little top 10 there for that rookie. And Mr. Carson Hocevar in the 77 started in 14th and finished in 32nd.
Ooh, that's a ways back.
Rookies had a whole lot of trouble this week.
Apparently, so did the goats.
Well,
Anyway,
Jimmy
enough
John's could be
about
considered a current goat.
yeah. Anyway, 77 Ahosovar is sitting in 21st as far as point standings, with 556 points. He's in AR-15 right now.
Oh man. Threw me off a little bit.
Sorry.
Josh Beery's coming up 3 spots behind him in 24th with 490 points. That's 66 points back of that AR.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm sorry. And Zane Smith is currently sitting 33rd with 130 points less than Carson Osovar at 426 points.
Mr. Part-Time all the time, 15 of Kaz Gralla, back there in 35th with 178 points. It's 378 points behind Carson Host. Insane and the membrane.
Yes, sir.
So watch this. I'm only gonna have to press one button.
I'm watching.
It's gonna do it. Watch. 3, 2, 1.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. Tick, tick. Hard body, and
I tried to find the goofiest picture of Ross Chastain I could find, and I think I succeeded. Anyway, that was the weekend winners video. Well, here recently it hasn't been made because I've been super busy, but luckily I was able to make it last night. And it will be posted on our X, our Instagram, our TikTok, and you can see it here, and our YouTube separately. Well, I said separately.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Moving on to our race team.
Yes, sir. We need to get some merch out of this one too. We need to come up with a design.
Well, you know, our merch shop technically does jersey style stuff, so might have to.
An RHPD jersey would be pretty cool. I'd have to rock that one, get some signatures on it or something.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna try to find a way to get O Hamlin to sign what's coming in this week.
Anywho's, before we try and put out more merch, one driver on our team that did well, Mr. Ryan Blaney in the 62, started in 7th and finished in 4th.
Yes, sir.
You got Tyler Reddick in our 63 that started in 4th and went all the way back 21 spots to 25th.
Yes, sir. And in our 64, finishing right behind him, Kyle Larson, who started 11th, went all the way back 15 positions to 26th. And Bad Brad's not so bad this week. He started 26th and went forward to 22nd. So not our worst driver for once in his career.
Right.
But I think all three of them need to be in the meeting because
yeah,
it's a rough race.
I think Ryan Blaney's the only one safe this week.
I think so.
Anyways, moving forward to their points. With that 4th place finish, Mr. Ryan Blaney knocks himself up to 2nd place. 3,068 points. It's only a 6-point differential between him and 1st place. Got 30 starts with 2 race wins and 4 stage wins.
Sure.
Kyle Larson behind him in 2 spots. Back to 4th. 3,058 points. 16 behind the leader and only 10 behind 2nd place there. But he only has 29 starts. But that's because he's got 5 race wins and 12 stage wins.
Yes, sir. And then we got old Tyler Reddick, who's currently 9th with 3,040 points. That's 34 behind Blaney, with 30 starts, 2 wins, and 3 stage wins.
Actually, 34 points behind the leader.
I'm sorry. I missed. Yeah, my bad. And then over 65, we got Bad Brad with 2,069 points. That's 1,005 points behind the leader, with 30 starts, 1 win, and a big old goose egg for the stage wins.
Redunculum. So everybody on our list of drivers without a win in 2024, still the same, including Mr. Casgrala, because he actually started this week. But you know who else that includes, even though he switched a number?
NASCAR's most unwinningest driver. Rory LaJoy with 266 starts, baby.
One of these days he might get it, but I doubt it.
If he does, I'll cry. That means the end of the thing. My phone's full.
So playoff prediction updates, we don't really have any this week because nobody has locked themselves into the next round yet. Our round of 16 picks to get into the 16, we were obviously tied at 11. To get into the round of 12, Mr. Daly actually pulled ahead by 1 point for the preseason picks, but out of the round of 16 picks, we were even to get to the round of 12. So we'll see.
So far in the playoffs, I'm +1. So.
Hold on a second. Why does my OBS says it crashed?
Uh-oh.
Working on get back. Yes, crap. Having a ramble to get everything back. Alright, webcam back. Back to here.
Back to you in the studio.
Talked about the rookies. One of those no more. So it's not letting me do. Go back to how we normally do it. Might be a little choppy for you. You'll be able to see. Have to fix this because it's not how we usually do it. Look at that! Y'all get raw feed right now.
All right. Don't you just love technology? It's great.
You're just chilling over there drinking a burr. I know it's not actually a beer, but it looks like one.
Here's a Coke.
Sure it is.
With no additives.
We're technically back live.
At the moment.
You can see the stuff.
I don't know if it's just in Discord, but you have like an echo going on.
Hopefully it's just in Discord.
Yeah, give me just a second, I'll check it. Keep talking.
Where were we even at? I don't remember.
We were at the round of 12.
Yeah, the playoff prediction. So anyway, round of 16, our preseason picks, we were tied at 11. Round of 12, he beat me by 1 for our preseason picks. He got 10 out of his 11 and only got 9 out of 11. But our round of 16 picks, to get into the round of 12, we were both tied at 10 out of the 12 that we could potentially get. So he's only beaten me in one aspect of playoff predictions.
Overall playoff predictions, I'm winning.
Finally. Look at the second round.
I'll take a dub wherever I can get it.
Right. Now getting into the round of 8, obviously nobody's locked themselves in, so I guess technically we're tied. Both at 0.
Technically.
Yeah,
All
that's it.
right.
Let's see if we can keep moving this forward.
Going to trackside trends.
Yeah, I got to pull up my shortcut cheat sheet. I don't remember what buttons they are yet. So.
You can write them down on a piece of paper beside you.
And why is it not working? All right, well,
We're kicking it old school today, homie.
it works for a little bit. Where are we going? Trackside trends? All right. At least I still remember how to do that part.
All right. All right. So, starting with some NASCAR updates. Richard Stenhouse instead of Ricky, apparently.
Well, it's his
In the
daddy,
vid-
technically.
Oh, is it? Okay, I thought it was Ricky. Okay, never mind.
You got to read the
Has
whole
been
thing.
Oh, I see now. Has been reinstated after his role in the Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Kyle Busch altercation following the All-Star race. So
Yeah,
he's
sir.
able to come back.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I said he's able to come back. I'm sorry. I straight up thought he meant Junior. I was like, I'm gonna start calling him that. Oh, Dick Stenhouse.
He's
Richard Stenhouse.
only some people learned how to read. Anywho,
I can't read so good.
NASCAR has moved their ticket sales from tickets.com to Ticketmaster. Yay, more fees.
Boo. Boo. Boo.
Next bit is
Ticketmaster
actually good news, though.
Yeah, it is. But the Ticketmaster sucks. They've lost so many tickets for me. I've lost like probably $300-$400 worth of tickets just because of Ticketmaster. I'm a little salty. But moving on, NASCAR and Words Plus Pictures Productions Company have announced Full C Speed.
Wow, see, I told you can't read.
Don't bully me. Anyway, they have also formed a production partnership with Full Speed Entertainment to develop other various racing content. I'm pretty sure this is to include the YouTube Daily NASCAR and the show that comes on. What is it? The CW, is it? Or is it? What is it? I don't remember. I just have it set to record.
I don't know. Anywho's.
But yeah, so there's going to be a Full Speed season 2. Maybe it won't be so Denny centered this time. It
I'm
probably
pretty
will
sure
be.
it'll probably be more Denny centered.
Yeah, so it is what it is.
Moving to team changes for your trucks. Number 9 of Mr. Grant Enfinger is going to be running an Oldsmobile truck, which has never existed in history. So it's going to be brand new. Just kidding. It was a typo on the entry list. I thought we should cover it anyway. He is listed to run an Oldsmobile truck, which Oldsmobile has never made a truck. So
Wouldn't it be just like a curb out of like left field that if Chevy, instead of doing the Camaro for 2025, they just ran an Oldsmobile?
it'd be hilarious if they threw a Cadillac out there.
Oh yeah, big boat. You'd have to paint it blue though. There's no way around it.
You'd have to paint them the RHPD Motorsports colors. Just saying. We called the Cadillac.
Anyway, in 2025, Colleague team will be putting Ty Dillon in the number 10 full time. So Ty Dillon's making his Cup return.
Yep.
And the number 10 for Colleague.
Yep.
Didn't see that one.
Yeah, so they're dropping the 31 and switching to the 10. Gonna be interesting. So with that news, there's actually 4 charters still left to be figured out. Obviously, you got the drama around Front Row and 2311 with them not signing the charter agreements, so they're still kind of sketchy. But Zane Smith is supposedly the favorite for Front Row, and Mr. Riley Herbst is the favorite for 2311.
Of course he is.
And then you got the RFK side of things, where they're expected to either purchase or lease a
Brickware car.
What?
Why does it? Are they sharing this one?
No. So what RFK is supposed to be doing is either buying or leasing a charter from Wickware Racing.
Okay.
And they're expected to put Ryan Preece in that car, which potentially is going to be that Kroger sponsorship that follows that one.
I got you.
And then Wickware Racing said they were running 2. So if RFK does do that deal, they're still expected to run the second car, even if it's just an open entry. And your favorite, Mr. Corey LaJoy, is supposedly the favorite for that one.
Listen, all I'm going to say is I hope he gets it solely so our banner will continue.
It'll continue. It just may not have his name on it.
Just throw it out there, be like, just in case you forgot. But
Well,
yeah,
it's active drivers, so I mean, there'll be somebody else's name on there. But anywho's, hopefully we'll get the news on those pretty soon because really not much time left in this season. So we got what, 6 more races?
I think so.
I keep
Sorry,
looking at me like that.
I wasn't. I'm sorry. I heard something like somebody talking outside my trailer. It was my wife. No, it's fine. I didn't know it was you. Anyway, ready to move on to race day Horizon.
Let's see if it's gonna let me do the thing. Nope. Dang it.
Maybe
Worked
that's
for the
why
first half until OBS decided to crash.
I was about to say maybe the hotkeys are why OBS crashed.
It's possible.
All right, let's look at the beautiful track that they're going to.
Didn't
Dega.
pull the ARCA information. Hold on.
Man,
They're racing this weekend.
you're struggling here.
It's Monday. It's a rough day to try and get all the stuff together.
I know. I'm just.
So what's first week of October? 5th this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5th is Friday.
All right.
So, Friday, truck qualifying is on FS2 at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And then at 4:30, the truck race starts. That's the Love's RV Stop 225. First stage, 20 laps. Second stage, 20. And the last stage is 45, making a total of 85 laps. And you can watch that race on FS1.
And Saturday, starting at 11:30 in the morning, technically, is your Xfinity qualifying on USA. Followed shortly by the Cup qualifying at 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon, also on USA. And then at 3:30 p.m. Eastern will be the start of your Xfinity pre-race on the CW. And then you got 2 events hitting at 4 p.m. Eastern. So ARCA is not at Talladega, because they go to run at the same time. So ARCA, starting at 4 p.m. Eastern, will be your Owens Corning 200 at Toledo Speedway. 200 laps. You can watch that on FS2 or Flow Racing. And then also at 4 o'clock will be your Xfinity race, which is the United Rentals 250 at Talladega, obviously. Stage 1 and Stage 2 are both 25 laps apiece, and the final stage is 44 laps for a total of 94 laps, and that can be watched on the CW.
Yes, sir. All right, and the day we've all been waiting for.
Sunday!
Hang on, baby Jesus, this is gonna get bumpy.
All right, so on Sunday, the Cup pre-race starts at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time on NBC. And then 30 minutes later at 2, the Cup race, the Yellowwood 500, starts. The first stage is 60, the second stage is 60, and the last stage is 68, making a total of 188 laps or 500 big miles.
Sucks I'm not able to go to this one.
I know I was about to ask, are you getting to go? Because I know you said you were going to try to.
I tried to, but I didn't get selected. It's all good.
Oh.
Notable entries. Guess what? We got a full 40-car field for the first time in a while for the playoffs. Yeah, buddy.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Letdown, I mean, the GOAT, I mean, Jimmy Johnson, will not be in one of them.
Nope, not in one of them. The 13, Mr. AJ Allmendinger. And then
Dinger.
Mr. Part-Time Kaz Gralla will not be racing in the 15.
Oh, because Cody Ware will be taking his spot.
And the number 16, Mr. Shane Van Gisbergen.
Yes, sir. And then you got the 44 of J.J. Yaley.
Mr. Dude Wipes himself, the number 62 of Anthony Alfredo, will actually not be running a Dude Wipes car. So,
Oh, Fast Pasta will be in the 62. I'm not sure what he's running. I can't remember. Anyway, 78 of B.J. McLeod will be there as well.
so we got 4 open cars for 4 open spots.
Yeah.
Total of 40 cars. Guess what? We
Yes,
got a
sir.
couple of new schemes.
I know my wife's about to be real upset because I'm about to buy a car.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. I wonder which one that could be.
The number 1 of Ross Chastain is running a Busch Light camo car.
Yeah. That one's probably going to get 5 lugs on our episode we record Wednesday night.
Yeah.
We don't have the reveal of it yet, so.
No, I'm sure it's going to look like the cans that they just released.
Probably so. It would make sense.
Like,
So while this isn't a new sponsor for this season, it is a new sponsor for Mr. Noah Gregson. And the number 10, that means the Beefaroo.
but you know what? You know what the good news out of this is, don't you?
What's that?
We won't get another 50 Shades of Grey or an Overstock car, so I'm happy with it.
Ooh, I wouldn't hold your breath on that one because we do have a Rush Truck Center car.
Mm.
But may have a
I'm
little
talking about
twist for you.
Gregson himself.
But I mean, it's still Stuart Haas. So.
True. And then you got the Dinger with Strive.
Yeah, technically this scheme has been revealed, but I wasn't able to get a good enough picture to put it on a graphic for y'all. Another scheme, or at least sponsor that we've seen this season already, but on a new car, Mr. Cody Ware in the 15 will be running an Arby's scheme.
Sir. And returning in the 41, you've got Bobby, Ricky Bobby. Just kidding. Ryan Priest is running his Wonder Bread car.
Yes, sir. And then Mr. John Hunter Nemechek in the 42 got a new scheme on his car, the Gear Wrench.
This is a pretty good looking scheme, I'm not gonna lie.
Indeed.
But and Mr. No Win himself, Corey LaJoy, has got the Mighty Firebreaker car.
And then, as I mentioned, the 62 of Anthony Alfredo will not be running a Dude Wipes car. He will be running a Fortify Building Solutions car.
Sir, and we've got one, but not for this next race, one for 2025. Ricky Stinthouse.
Yeah.
You're running the Zero Cows milk substitute car.
Yeah, don't make the comment that you made earlier.
I'm not. But anyway, who's your pick for Dega?
Before we go on to the picks, we gotta reveal our schemes, sir. That we got
I'm just
to look.
I'm just going by
I know I kind of did it together, new sponsor / schemes. I should have been pulling it up already. Of course, my stupid little hotkeys aren't working, so I got to do it myself. So first things first.
Hey, I'm cut off.
I see that. That's because I didn't change it on this scene yet. You only get half a screen, sir.
I've been a good boy. Bring in the phone now.
Good thing I know how to do this stuff like on the fly. Huh?
For those of you joining our live or watching the VOD, you get to see this completely unscripted. All the time. 100%
The beauty
raw.
of having to do stuff live. Anyway, here's your Rush Truck Center's car. Mr. Chase Briscoe.
Beautiful.
Does it look familiar?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's a throwback to Mr. Tony Stewart himself. Not a bad scheme, I would say. Definitely better than their normal Rush Truck Center car.
Facts. It's not just gray and a Rush logo.
Right? I like it. I would say we'd get a solid 4 lugs if we were giving out lugs right now.
Yeah. If you want to see us rate different schemes, we do have other videos called Scheme Scene that we rate from 1 lug to 5. I almost said 10 for some reason.
Not that high, sir.
Yeah, 1 through 5, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best, and we'll have to buy it. We've had a few that have hit 5, but be sure to be on the lookout for that. It mainly comes out Thursdays. All right.
Next one up, 2025 scheme of Mr. William Byron.
That Gordon kind of throwback. Ooh. I was about to say, I don't know if you would consider that a throwback. I mean, it's basically the same scheme. It's just kind of, just a little different.
Got those extra flames around the Exalta stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, it's basically the same color scheme. You know what they're going for.
Yeah.
Definitely better than the Raptor one that they released.
Have you seen the 2025 Raptor scheme?
Yep. It's still better.
I like this Raptor scheme than their current one.
I will agree with you. I like that scheme better than I like their current one, but the flame is still top tier.
Yeah. You can't really have the flames on the Raptor. I know it's still technically an Exalted company, but can't have flames on both schemes. That'd just be weird.
Can you imagine if they got like Jurassic World to sponsor a Raptor car?
Yeah, I gotta get another movie to come out for that, though.
Well, they keep making them, so it's possible.
It is possible. It's true. Up next, Mr. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. car.
The Zero Cows milk substitute car.
I'm sure that's the comment you made earlier.
It definitely is.
If you want to know the true comment, just join our Discord.
Yeah. This is a family-friendly podcast.
It is indeed. With that being said, moving on to our next one. Mr. Anthony Alfredo and his Fortified Building Solutions car.
Fast pasta. Not bad. I've seen
It's
better.
pretty simple.
Kind of bland. Yeah. It's not bad, though. I kind of like it.
Anywho's, we'll rate some of those schemes on our scheme scene for this week. So make sure to check that out on Thursday morning. We do have a paint scheme video coming out tomorrow that is all of the paint schemes that have been ran through September. So look out for that. It is indeed. Anyways, now we get to move forward to the picks for next week or this weekend, whatever you want to call it.
Who you got? Picks for day.
To be honest, it's Talladega, so it could be anybody. I know based on the last one that I attended, I know it'll be a completely different race, but Mr. BJ McLeod was actually running up front for quite a while. He was looking solid, but I don't think he's going to pull off a win. I'm going to go with somebody who needs a win, who's been going for a win like crazy, but who's been getting on a little hot streak. And I'm going to say Mr. Kyle Busch.
That's who I thought you were gonna say.
Hmm.
And I agree with you. That's who I was gonna pick. Because he does need a win. I mean, he kind of seems like at first he seemed like he fell off the board when he moved over to Richard Childers. But like you said, he's been kind of on a hot streak, been running pretty well. I think this is going to be his win. So I'm gonna go with you and say Kyle Busch.
If not, it'll be Tyler Reddick again, scooping up the pieces of everybody else wrecking out and him still being in there.
Honestly, you know who I'd really like to see win?
Martin Truex Jr.
Well, I always like
Christopher
to see
Bell.
And I'd always like to see him.
Jimmy
But
Johnson.
somebody that he's not even racing, but if he pulls out a win, I'll be happy. Anyway, what I was gonna say was it's somebody that I really don't pull for, but I feel like he deserves a win. That's Hocevar. I think. No, he deserves to never win. Hocevar. I think Hocevar.
Him or Zane Smith, I could see. And they've been running both have been running pretty good lately.
Even Barry, I could see taking it.
Unless he gets a couple of flat tires and can't get his way back to pit road.
Anyway.
You want to make your picks for the upcoming race? I know it's way late in the season and you're no way in heck going to even potentially catch up to last place that's currently in the league right now. Go head over to NASCAR.com and join our fantasy league and just watch as Old Trash Can rides off into the sunset for his win.
But you could always get a head start on next season and see kind of the way we're picking and possibly get your picks and win the diecast next season.
Yeah. But it's Raise Hail, Praise Dale podcast. That's Hail as in Hale, not Hail. And make sure there is podcast on the end or it's somebody else's that we don't really care about and you won't win anything from getting to that one. There is a password to get in and it's all lowercase RHPD 2024.
Yes, sir. So since we're talking a little bit about different things, go ahead and run that one if you want to.
Huh?
Go ahead. You can go ahead and run it.
Oh.
RS cubed.
No, not that one.
Haha, just kidding.
That's why I set up the hotkey so I wouldn't have to remember where they were.
All right, so S cubed, if this is the first time you're watching, is where one of us picks an older scheme throughout NASCAR history, and the other one picks a scheme from last weekend's race, or if we're on a hiatus for any reason, like the Olympics or whatever, we just picked two. Like the one that picked the scheme from last race, they just picked from the season. So it was my turn to. Oh, I guess I should go ahead and.
Brought to you by Happy Hour Racing.
Yeah, it's brought to you by Happy Hour Racing. They sell NASCAR and Formula One merch. They're really cool. Pretty decent prices. Like I said, I bought some stuff from there. It ships pretty quick. And if you're thinking that it's like second, I don't even know how you'd say that. Like thrift store stuff, it's not. It comes with the tags and everything. It's brand new products. It's just real simple. Use the shop app. It's awesome. My wallet doesn't like it because I have a problem, but that's not their fault.
Right.
Use the RHPD code, which is just RHPD, to support the podcast. And we promise whatever we make off of these or our merch sales goes right back into the podcast. Right now, we're working on getting Voodoo a Stream Deck, so we won't have the problems with OBS with hotkeys and all that, because apparently OBS doesn't like that. Yes. So that being said, I picked 1995 Kyle Petty's The Great Pumpkin Car. So a little background story on this one. It was originally supposed to be a Elvira car, and at last minute NASCAR. Well, it's kind of confused because either NASCAR nixed it because it was it showed cleavage because of course Elvira, or there was a contract disagreement. Nobody really knows what happened, but instead they ran a Charlie Brown The Great Pumpkin car. So yeah, that was the last minute ditch effort to get this Coors Light Halloween machine running. He started in 15th and finished 32nd due to an accident. I don't know. I've seen this car and I like it. It's super simple. Of course, it's a Coors Light car. Um, it's got a big pumpkin. It's black and orange. And I don't know. It just screams like nostalgia Halloween to me. I like it. That's why I picked it.
We bet it's a Coors Light car, not a Busch Light. We won't see it from Ross Chastain.
I know. Wouldn't it be cool if they threw back to something like this?
Would be very nice.
I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you to come back to NASCAR for me, please. Just for a little bit. Just for a little bit.
Anywho's, that's his scheme for S Cubed. And moving on to my scheme, wasn't really any great pictures of it, and usually we don't go for this driver, but it was a nice scheme. So, Mr. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., nice energy car. Kind of hard to pass up, of that bright blue and orange. Just a little mix of black in there. Definitely sticks out.
Very nice.
ET's very
Which
nice.
I told you, like a lot of like the energy drink brands, excluding Monster, because Monster is just a black car with a logo on it.
They could do so much more with their car. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it would be so cool. Like anyway, but like you take a look at like NOS cars and Red Bull cars and stuff. Like it's obviously their brand. Like Red Bull's like blue and silver, and NOS is like blue and orange. You know what I mean? It's obviously their brand. I just think these schemes are so cool, and I like them. I wish it was on a different driver because I really don't like Stenhouse.
Yeah,
and no, I'm not a Bush fan. I'm not a fan of his even more.
Anywho's, he started in 18th place, wiggled his way all the way up. Back to 28th place.
Yes, sir.
Still running at the end of the race, but obviously not very well. That's my S Cube scheme for this weekend. Dally will pick one from Talladega next week, and I get to bring up a one from the past.
If it's what I think it's going to be, I've already got a good scheme in mind. Anyway, so what I was going to say earlier before we switched over to S Cubed was we've been kind of talking about a little bit. We've got some new merch out, and I should be getting mine for probably tomorrow, hopefully. I'll be posting on X and Instagram about it. But I will say, we like to give drivers food nicknames, apparently. So we kind of got together and made. It's just one right now, but I'm sure it'll develop, especially with the nickname that I heard come out, the Matty Burrito. But we have a cucumber cowboy line. Oh, he's got a picture up. Yeah, so you can get. Oh yeah, that's what it'll kind of look like, except for the star will have our logo on it.
That's the star on the race suit, not the star on the hat. Yeah. On the race suit will be our logo. So minus the NASCAR stripes in front of it. But.
Yeah, it looks good. I love it. For those of you guys that don't know, we started referring to Denny Hamlin as the Cucumber Cowboy. So hint our Cucumber Cowboy merch. You can get shirts, and I ordered a water bottle and a sticker, and my sole purpose in life is to go to a race and get him to sign that bottle. That is the sole reason I bought it. I will slap the sticker on anything, but the sole purpose that I got that bottle was so I could take it and have him sign it. So,
But with that being said, also on our merch store, we finally got in contact with the company that's doing our merch and got our logo, although slightly changed, not drastically. Look, we got the actual NASCAR logo and the A Weekly NASCAR podcast. It just doesn't have the yellow, red, and blue lines in front of it. It just says Weekly NASCAR podcast. We got it approved. It is now on there available. Make sure you go check it out.
yes, sir, if you want some cool hats like ours, minus the signatures, be sure to grab you some there. So I'm pretty sure they do hats, don't they?
They don't actually. We got to find somebody that'll do hats for us.
That's right. That's right. Okay, I'm sorry. That was my bad. For some reason I was
He's
thinking
teasing you.
Yeah, I'm teasing you. So
But there is
wanted to
something
show
that you can do. I mean, you can't go get a hat, but you can click that subscribe button.
Oh, yes, sir. Hit that subscribe button, especially if you're not. We've got 89% of our viewers are not subscribed. So please, guys, if you don't mind subscribing, help us boost our numbers. We promise we will get the 50 sub out eventually.
We are currently at 65 last time I checked, though.
Yeah, I checked right before the show and we were 65. So we're on our way to 100. We
Insane.
might get our 50. Yeah, we might get our 50 sub out before we hit 100, maybe if you were lucky, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we got some. Let's see. We talked about some scheme scene that's gonna drop. We got our regular scheme video without commentary dropping.
Got the all the way through September paint schemes dropping tomorrow.
Yeah, we got those videos dropping, so there's plenty of content coming out. Like I said, here pretty soon we're gonna have our 50 sub episode. It's just, man, our lives have been super busy. So,
yeah.
We will
When
get that out here.
hurricanes and work. And
Yeah. That, and we both run in a league, and you can ask Voodoo. I've been super busy. I haven't even really been able to run in our leagues.
Which, speaking of, our Wednesday league only has a few weeks left in it, and then it will be no longer until the new game comes out, probably. So Wednesday nights will be freed up for either content for the podcast or content for regular Twitch. Haven't that decided yet.
Or both.
Yeah. Well, technically on Wednesdays we do the game scene video.
We record the yeah. But if you guys want more content, be sure to reach out on our Instagram, Twitter, our TikTok. What else is there? Am I forgetting anything? Of course, YouTube.
Yep.
I think that's it.
Oh, we got right now. Or our Discord.
Oh, that's right. You reach out and join our Discord server. It's just a place to hang out. We do ask that you keep it relatively PG-13. But you're more than welcome to come hang out, talk about the race, talk about pretty much anything. It's a lot of fun. We got places where if you collect diecast, you can show those off. If you want to sell or trade diecast, we've got places for that. We've got what else we got?
Where we drop all the news for the podcast before we actually record it.
Well, that one we have locked.
Yeah, y'all don't have access to that one, but
yeah, hang on. Let me go.
Obviously, just the general chat. We got a channel that shows YouTube videos getting posted for not only our channel but other channels as well.
Yeah, so we have our channel, which posts our YouTube. So in case you ever miss one of our videos and you don't really want to search it, you can just go into our Discord and it'll be posted there. Same thing with NASCAR's official channel. We have where it automatically posts. We've got the 2025 schedule right now, and we'll continue to update that. We've got our general, hangout, whatever. We've also got a spot where if you want to talk about sim racing, you can talk about sim racing. If you want to, plug
donate
your leagues
us a sim rig, that's fun. How about it there?
Right. If you want to plug your leagues and see if anybody wants to join, you're more than welcome to do it there. We've got Diecast Trader Buy, Diecast memorabilia showrooms. We've got racetrack randoms where you can post, like, if you actually attend, well, not even necessarily a race. If you just go something NASCAR related or whatever, you can post pictures there. Let's see here. What else do we have? Oh, we've got where if we post, on Twitter or whatever, we'll put it in there. I mean, it's still a work in progress. We're still working on it. So if you want to jump in there and give us a hand to help us out, we'll be more than welcomed, or more than happy to take your help. We're just two guys, 10 hours apart, trying to build a community over something that we both love. I mean, if you guys missed it earlier in the season, we got to go to Nashville, and it was the first time we got to meet up and do an in-person recording. Well, not even a recording, just an in-person show where I wasn't, there wasn't this barrier right here. That was fun. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do an in-person show again. Hopefully not too long from now. So
Yep,
I'm
we
not
shall
saying
see.
we'll go to a race, because I've already figured out I don't think I'll be able to go to a race in person next season, just because of the dates and everything. I mean, I'm not saying I won't go if I get the chance, but just the way that the schedule's already lined out, I don't think I'll get the opportunity to go.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm
if you
still
guys
gonna
want to,
attempt to at least go to one Talladega race next season, but we'll see.
yeah. Well, my problem is there's only one Texas race for next season, and it's in the wrong set of days, so I won't be able to go.
Yep.
And that's well, I might be able to pull off a Kansas. I'm not sure. It kind of depends.
We also got to see what races Jimmy's gonna race next season.
Hopefully, he races Kansas again and doesn't wreck out.
We shall see.
But anyway, yeah, guys, check out the Discord, check out the Instagram, check out the X, check out the TikTok. Hit us up in any of those. If you have any comments or just want to say something, you might be what's the word I'm looking for? Your comments or stuff might be showcased on the podcast, or who knows, we might even decide to have you join us in the Discord, and we'll all three talk about the race.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely gotten a lot better than where it was a few years ago. Like I said, if you guys seen it a few years ago, it was only Spotify, and it was only me reading kind of like what happened on one race. It's definitely developed, and it's definitely grown, and I can see it still continuing to grow. And I'm super happy about it. Like when we hit 65 subs, or I'm sorry, when we hit 50 subs, I was blown away. You know what I mean? I went from having 2 people listen to having 50 subs in a matter of a year. And not even a year, just
But I
in
say
a
it hasn't
matter
been
of
a year. We've been doing it
like,
what,
before
7
the
months?
playoffs. Yeah,
8
so
months?
it's been absolutely nuts. I'm super excited. I love the way that this thing is building, and hopefully it continues to build. So, and then the more it builds, the more we can do. Like my goal, and I've said this a lot. My goal is before this podcast, like we end the podcast or whatever, because everything comes to an end. But before we end it, I would love to be able to give away tickets. You know what I mean? Like just have a big competition and say you're going to Talladega at this point.
Hey,
If you win.
you say that everything ends. Maybe one day we'll be like Bob Pockris and everybody will be coming to us for NASCAR news.
That would be awesome. I would even be like, I'd be super happy even if we get to the level of Eric Eastep where we are sponsoring Xfinity cars, and we get to talk to a driver there that's really cool. Like I would love to get Tony Breidinger.
Yeah.
Follow somebody that we can watch their career just like blow up. Because
In a good way.
Yeah.
We
I don't
don't want to see it blow up in a bad way. Good way.
No, I meant like ego. Like it would be really cool to look back and we followed a driver from ARCA to getting their first Cup championship. You know what I mean? Or even like truck championship. Honda, you get what I'm saying.
Yep.
It'd be really cool just to watch all that unfold. Like like I said, I pulled Tony out because she's one that we both pull for in ARCA right now. Or be like us pulling for Roger Carruth. You know what I mean? Like just pulling names out of a hat.
Yeah.
But I honestly think that that's gonna be the way that we build that quote unquote relationship. Is we'll find like on smaller levels because I mean the Cup drivers have already made it.
Well, some of them.
Well,
Corey LaJoy hasn't yet.
I was about to say at Corey LaJoy, but he definitely wouldn't be on this podcast. We'd make fun of him too much.
On next week's episode, Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
But I'm just saying, I love the way it's building. I can see a lot of room for improvement on like my end and your end, and I can see a lot of where it's already improved a lot. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to even more of it. I mean, it was a lot of fun going out to Nashville and hanging out with you all week, and just
If you say so.
going. Yeah, well, I guess I gotta say this. It's in my contract now. No, it was a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun, like going out, and I wish we would have been like this far into the podcast when I went to Darlington because we went through the NASCAR Hall of Fame and all that. It would have been a lot of content, and that's a trip that I want to redo, but like not as bad as it was. You know what I mean? Because we only took a week and we went through and so we stopped in Tennessee the first night, just to rest because we left on a Friday. We went to the Hall of Fame the next day there in North Carolina. And then the day after that, we went to the race there in Darlington. And then the day after that, we went to Dega's racetrack. And then the day after that, we come home. It was absolutely insane and tiring. And I will never do that again. But that being said, I would love to go back to the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, if we ever get the opportunity, you need to go with me to the Hall of Fame because it is absolutely a whole bunch of fun. I spent like 6 hours in there, and I could have easily spent a few more. Uh, Between the sim and just the sim, the gift shop, all the history that's under that. They literally have the golf spotter ball in there that you can step in and stuff. It's really cool. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of cool. They've got like old race seats that you can see like how small the drivers really were. They've got trophies galore from different drivers, even current ones. Like they had a Chris Bell's Bristol Dirt trophy in there when I was there. When I was there, of course, it was right when Jimmy got inducted. So they had all his fire suits and his car and stuff there. It was really cool. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like they had the big display where it had all the cars sitting there, and what you really can't tell from pictures is how steep those like walls are, because as the cars go back, just from different eras and things, they get steeper and steeper, and throughout that whole embankment, it tells you what track is at this point and what track's at this point. And you get all the way down to Talladega, and the walls like this. You know what I mean? Like the TV, you've been to Dago, so but like you watch them on TV and stuff, and you're like, oh, it's not that steep, and then like you see it in person, you're like, oh my god, it is that steep. Like it's a lot of fun. But that is one trip that I'm going to do in like. I wish if I ever did that trip again, I'd take like 2 weeks solely just to, take my time through stuff and not have to rush around. But I definitely want to do it again for the podcast and go and see about, getting more signatures and stuff like that. Like This year has been absolutely nuts to me, considering, I didn't go to my first race until 22. And then I only went to Kansas. And then the year after that, I only went to Darlington. And then this year, I've been to Texas and Nashville. And I got, I've got 9 signatures on my hat. It's ridiculous. Like, just some of the stuff like I dreamed about as a little kid. And I know I'm ranting. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. I'm just, I don't know. It's like NASCAR brings out the little kid in me again. So like I get super excited.
And you are a little kid, but
hush, Grandpa, before I take you back to the home. But
back in my day.
Back in my day, the drivers just died with dignity. They didn't have seat belts. Anyway, thank you guys so much for making this a big part of my life. I really do appreciate it. Thanks to Voodoo for doing all of like the production, because God knows I would not be able to do this. I barely make winners. Like, so I mean, a big shout out to him. He is definitely taking it to places that I couldn't, and I love that. So, thank you, Voodoo, for all that you do. I'll have to buy you some dinner or something sometime.
Buy me dinner first, get a dessert afterwards. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh. But anyway, for those 80% that aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It does help us out a little bit, reach us some new people. Spread the podcast around if you got any buddies that watch NASCAR. It's it's a lot of fun. If you want to join in the show, please join in. You guys make it fun. We love talking to you. But with that being said, thank you guys once again for riding shotgun on this episode of Race Hell Praise Dale. Remember, the flag may fly, but the fun never ends. So until next time, this is Race Hell Praise Dale signing out.